All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I'm going to make at least one today. I'm still not 100%, but I am definitely feeling a lot better. I got to talk about FUN today. I actually really did not plan to, but the offering changes a lot in a heartbeat, right? So, look, if you've never seen my videos before, I'm not here pretending to be the guru of gurus or like a crystal. I couldn't even say that without laughing. But yeah, dude, I am not here pretending I can see the future, right? Like, I had no idea that this offering was going to come, right? That said, hey, you can kind of still see the moving averages did help catch the fall. And yeah, we never got faked out, because one thing I talked about in that last video yesterday was break 43 and the goal is to hit 50 if not higher, right? So in some ways I'm at least glad there wasn't a fake out there. All right, LAES, man, I have been loving LAES for a bit. I know I talked about it a little bit today. FUN LAES, I know it was right there. Yeah, like you can see this just at the end of January is really when those two caught my eye, especially LAES. And I mean, you can see it right, when was it? Right here, right? Yeah, that was the 131. Just after that, it was amazing, right? So LAES has done the job, and I'm not going to lie to you, I think that there's still more. All right, let me go back to the first one. And then I want to talk about FGEN. So FGEN was a beautiful mover, seemingly came down to a relatively healthy place, and it looks like it's ready to make a technical bounce and go. So that one might be setting up for a rerun. And hey, that's actually what I thought about LAES. That one had also made a run, fell really hard, and then did its thing, right? So yeah, excited to talk about these ones and more. But before I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, I'm telling you, anything you can do helps so much, especially if you can actually click that share button. Otherwise, oh man, I am just so grateful for your time and you even just being here, all right? So, FUN. Look, today was not fun to say the least, all right? And yeah, I obviously was very bullish here going into tomorrow. I was. This minus 14, I was actually expecting significantly more in the green up, all right? My big money line was 43 cents. I know I echoed it a couple times, but if this broke that 43-cent line, the goal was, look, I went kind of conservative with it when I was talking about 50, but yeah, I actually thought it was going to head to like maybe 54, 55, if not the full 59. Like, I was expecting a big move up, all right? What ended up happening today was an offering. All right. Now, if you go back to any of my videos on any stock that has done an offering, look, I always say the same thing. I have no issues at all with an offering. All right. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a swing trader, right? I do not long-term hold or anything like that. I personally like to see it go up here. I'll sell it, watch it come down. I'll buy again. I'll sell it. I'll come back down. Obviously, I'm not perfect, right? You get the exaggeration, but a stock can't do that. Like the company Funware can't ride this 450. Like I know the thought really is, hey, we're buying into the shares and like, you know, it brings value to the company. Nah, the real way that they do it is they bank. All right, now it's funny because I'm starting to have a little bit of a debate with someone and I need to do some homework, but I don't think all offerings are dilution. I don't believe that they're just issuing new shares each time. I always have seen an offering as we're going to sell a little bit. This is where the stock is really high. Look, this thing was at 8 cents not that long ago. They have the ability to do an offering around 30 something. Now, that part is what matters the most. It's the offering terms. For me, I care less. And like, look, I'm just giving you opinions, right? Feel free to disagree. But to me, I think it's better if you're going to issue more. Look, any company at any time can issue more shares, right? It's the silliest thing. But hey, I would much rather you do one after a crazy run from 8 to 35. That's 5x, right? Yeah, I'll take an offering right there. I think that would be good for the company. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what the terms of the offering were. I did not go in and look. I will be real honest with you. I happen to be awake. I haven't been sleeping well because I'm not feeling good. I unloaded. I did. I had to, right? I mean, I took a loss. I'm not going to pretend I did. I even think I took a bigger loss than 14% because I think I sold a little bit earlier. Nonetheless, hey, it is what it is, right? At this point, I am waiting for the offering reaction. It's kind of the same thing I say with earnings, right? You got to see how the market feels about the earnings and then ride that wave or avoid the avalanche, right? Right now, I need to see what the market thinks of this offering. Obviously, a gap down this hard is not a good thing. Obviously, it's easy to look at minus 14 and say, oh, they hated it. Look, you need confirmation. Because I think the same thing, look, the inverse of it is SoFi. It's easy, because I also lost one on this. We gapped up hard day of earnings. Lo and behold, we came back down. As exciting as this was, there was no confirmation. And lo and behold, you see what happens after, right? So, FUN. As bad as this looks, I think we need to see what tomorrow's candle is, all right? Right now, the death line here is 29 cents. We do not want to lose 29 cents. I think once we hit into 27, there's a real decent shot that the 27 falls too hard, completely avoids this 25, and comes really, really close to 18. I think the worry of the fall down was a real big reason why I hit eject. Because I don't want to see the confirmation and then the follow through, right? And hey, look, if good things happen, we're going to probably get over 30. I think I would not touch this under 40. The problem is, again, you've got the 41 and 43 line. So maybe it's just best to just sit out the next 10 cents. I know no one wants to throw away 33%, right? Moving from 34 to 43, right? That's basically a dime right there, right? I would much rather break this and fly to that with that red right there, then, like, you know, battle from 40 to 43, and I don't even know, and obviously worse from there, right? So for me, I had to hit eject. Again, I was very, very calm. I sincerely believe if the offering didn't come today, we would be talking about 50s and oh my my's, you know what I mean? But hey, that's part of this, right? And technicals, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is certain. Like, we are gambling here, people. Like, never take that for granted, all right? That goes with big boy and big girl stocks that are well established and blue chips, all the way down to the little ones that are, you know, they're just fun to play with, right? That was a bad pun, but 8-cent stock before all this, right? So again, I'm out. I want to get back in. I have set my criteria high for entry because, again, I work hard for my money. No one's just sitting here giving me paychecks for no reason, right? So I'm not going to give stocks my money for no reason, right? So look, do I believe Donald Trump can completely erase all of these offering worries? Yeah, in a heartbeat, I do. All right. That said, I'm not here to guess and assume. Excuse me. I said that weird. All right. So I don't think there's much to look at the weekly. I think this is literally all about tomorrow. I think in some ways you can talk about the 50 moving average on this weekly chart. Obviously, it's been what? 3 wicks and a nearly, right? Like it's tried a lot this month. All 4 times you can like say each of the 4 weeks it's tried. But yeah, I think it's just a little too risky now unless like I said, we can get into the 40 range, and then, hey, really, you kind of have to make the decision yourself if you want to get in sooner than that, wait till that 43 or whatnot, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Offerings, man, it's part of the game, all right? LAES. All right, let's come into this. And man, you know, it's really funny. I made a video on the 31st, all right? I said this same comment the day I made the video. Oh, look at that. It's actually... no, that wasn't it. Regardless, okay. Damn, I distracted myself. This was too funny. That's actually what happened. Dude, holo, I know. My goodness. I might have to talk about that. We'll see. Okay, back to this. On the 31st, LAES was just too hard to ignore. This was that 31st candle right here, all right? And clearly you can see what happened after. This is less about me bragging, I swear. This is more about why I thought that, okay? So... I actually really love stocks that are crazy parabolic. All right, what does that mean? Just shoots on up, shoots on down, gets ready to shoot back. Like this is what I live for, right? When a stock makes a crazy run, all right. And listen, dude, like we just talked about, like when you see a stock that's pushing 1,000% regular, that's gone into, I know it was higher, I thought, but yeah, we're pushing 1,700% on a single day here, right? Like let me go back to this, right? Like there are sillies and then there are sillies, all right. Don't get me wrong. This is silly. This is going from like $1.40 all the way up to almost $4, right? Like you're talking about more than 100% on a run like that, okay? You've got to expect it to come down. And then the goal is to use the lines and use the indicators to tell you when it's getting ready to go. For me, it was this blue line right here. It was the 100 moving average, okay? Again, remember, this is our candle, the 31st, 131, right here, 131, okay? So we go up, we could not break that line. We just kind of bounce on it, all of a sudden it kind of looked like we were getting ready to break it. Now, this was probably a little on the early side if I had to say something, right? Because you can see it here. We still have red over green. We actually still have red over green. It wasn't going crazy here. I imagine I was probably